Mic check. We should actually have a microphone. What's up? Hey, how you doing, y'all? Thanks for joining. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? So today, welcome everybody. I'm going to burn a little sage. I'm going to give a moment for people to enter. This is actually mugwort. I don't know if y'all know mugwort. Mugwort is an amazing gift. An amazing gift to those of us here incarnated on planet Earth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Welcome. Happy new moon. How's the new moon, y'all? How's it treating you? This new moon is in Cancer, and I think I'm going to end up sharing my screen, question mark? Maybe not, because we're on the YouTube. But we're going to talk about this new moon in Cancer today, and I am elated to be here with everybody. I personally, how y'all feeling? Let me know. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like, well, I'm a Capricorn ascendant, so it's my 7th house, and I'm feeling like I'm getting all sorts of downloads and transformations and like opportunities and partnerships and collaborations and just really cool, like amazing things related to that, right? And so I've just been really enjoying client sessions and stuff even lately, like just so much. I mean, I always do, right? Because I love what I do. By the way, if you want a reading with me, you can check out my email address and just message me and I'll get to you with deets. And I'm cleaning my spectacles because your girl is a nerd, and anybody with glasses out there knows exactly my plight with the spectacles, and I'm just thankful I can see, so please don't misinterpret me as a total first world problem. But welcome everybody, and it's nice to see you here. So today's topic is the new moon in Cancer, and I'm gonna start us on the Instagram. Can y'all who are in the room let me know how you feeling today? I would love to know how y'all are doing. I hope you're doing well, because let me tell you, there is a shadow side to this new moon in Cancer. Anybody who has Cancer energy knows this, because let me tell you, my South Node's in Cancer, so that's my past lifetimes. I understand Cancer energy real well. And at the highest vibration Cancers, y'all are intuitive, empathic. You have hella empathy. Like if you see people struggling and suffering, it literally hurts you in the heart. Like it literally hurts. You're just like, this sucks. Like, and you don't want to see people like that if you're a Cancer in your highest vibration. Y'all know this. Games people play. Cancer is in my 8th and 9th house, so I've been feeling those deep emotions. Okay, word. So Cancer in the 8th and 9th house, that's going to give you, so are you like a Capricorn ascendant games people play, or are you a Aquarius ascendant, or are you another ascendant, which is far rarer, but I think those are the two most common for what you're talking about. So yeah, answer me that. And also I'll say with that, you're going to be feeling it deeply at a spiritual level and at a wisdom based level. Oh snap, I'm trying to go on the IG, y'all. I'm getting all sidetracked in the main focus of the event. We haven't even begun our live. By the way, if y'all are on the Instagram, just go ahead and follow me, because I'm on there as WizdomDropz, and I'm just like such an early millennial, y'all. You don't even understand. Like, I'm trying to get here with the party of the millennial game. I am a millennial. I'm like not as caught up. I don't know what it is. It's just not my like forte. So when people give me tech like advice and stuff, I'm like about it. I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do with that. Let me see what I can do with that. I need like a little IG for dummies tutorial, you know? It's just like, what is happening? And now I'm understanding it better, but I hope y'all can empathize with me. I hope y'all can give me some grace, you know what I'm saying? And I got tape over my camera, because when you ain't using it, that's disgusting as fuck. I just admitted this to you. I'm a landscaper, by the way. If you all don't know, I have a landscaping company, so not many people really know that on my YouTube, so welcome to the information if you're privy just now to that. But yeah, I'm a landscape architect in training, so a little private share with y'all today. Libra rising, And you're a Sag rising, but have Scorp, Taurus, Interception games people play. Interesting. And what is that? What's up with that username though? Like, you gotta riddle me that. Like, what's up with that? Like, are you like a game developer? What you doing? And is it Galiaou Israel? Is this how I say your name? I've seen you on the channel. Is that how you say it? Galiaou? I don't know. Help me out. Help a sister out. Phonetic it out. Libra rising though, you know, you're gonna be Libra rising, this is all about harmonizing in terms of your career. But the thing is that 10th house is an influence of your long-term legacy if you have Libra ascendant sun or moon right now. So that's going to be a really potent manifestation in your legacy that you leave behind. I know a Libra client or two, no names given because we respect people's privacy around this joint, but you know, they make it pretty publicly explicit that they're ready for career changes. And so, and it's like there's one or two of them that are like that right now in my like sphere of people I'm working with, right? And so anyway, it's right in alignment, Libra. Libra people, you know, this is the 10th house for you, and new moons are new beginnings, as we're about to like really dive into. And I do want to announce for everybody, Astrology School is starting this Sunday. So if you really love astrology, enroll thyself or have a chat with me at minimum about it, and we'll discuss your goals and what I bring to the table and how those two things can tango. So yeah, that's a thing. And it's for people who are looking to get serious with their astrological abilities and just know this for themselves. Have the craft. I want to help all of y'all who are meant for it to own it, to have the craft of astrology for yourself. Know thyself, because this program is about natal chart interpretation, and it's always about your chart. It's about your chart. If you are in this, what's up, Carissa girl? If you are in astrology school, this is for people who want to introspect and understand themselves better. Because let me tell you, as somebody who has been bitten by the astrology bug for over 11 years now, I have the utmost confidence in telling you that astrology is 100% real, number one, and that in my personal experience, it is more effective than any form of therapy, than any form of outside like remedy, or like an herbal remedy, or like a prescription. You know, I don't really align with the latter as much. I'm way like an herbal person, but I respect people for their choices and things that serve their highest and greatest good. And, you know, I fully understand it, and I'm not like trying to be like, you shouldn't have pharmaceuticals. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that like herbal medicine as well, okay, is something that astrology can help you align with. And I've been having some really potent client readings, and y'all know I have this 3rd house moon, so I'm just like all over. I got this like Gemini brain, but I'm an Aries moon. But anyway, I digress. Your Mars in Scorpio, how you know? And yeah, you're right, my Mars is in Scorpio. I got a stellium in Scorpio. But Libra rising, you're coming into that career and legacy shift, and it's going to be in tune with what you feel. So, and I thank you for letting me know. Galiaou, that's an interesting name. Y'all got interesting names. I like that. Galiaou Israel, that's a cool name. Me too. Yeah, Mars and Scorpio is a dope placement. We should be thankful because, you know, it's actually considered a bit stronger than Aries, and I always say there's strengths to all energies, but astrologically speaking, Mars and Scorpio is more potent than Mars and Aries in the longer range of getting accomplishments done. But Aries Mars is more potent for immediate bursts of real quick explosions of energy, if that makes sense. So in terms of just like a note for people in their love lives, if you see that in a chart, Mars in Scorpio or Mars in a fixed sign implies the ability to continue things of passionate Martian vibrations, if you know what I mean, for longer periods of time, because it's in fixed signs, versus people with a Mars in Aries or a Mars in another cardinal sign, unless Capricorn to a lesser extent, but like if their Mars is in Libra or their Mars is in Cancer, they might have shorter bursts of passionate experience, wink wink, and just be done and like cool. But like if it's in a fixed sign, it's like, yo, you like want to go or whatever. So that's a thing, just FYI. And that's part of the process, part of the magic of each one of those placements, because Aries is just to this get it done real quick energy in general, and NATAL, you know what I mean? So anyway, astrology is real. Hey girl, yeah, you know it's real. Y'all know it's real. Okay, speaking of that though, your Venus in Virgo. Yeah, I'm a Venus in Virgo and I love it. I have no shame, nothing. I'm so grateful, with my placement. It's a really auspicious placement. I'm not going to tell you all why, but for me in my chart, it's one of my strongest planets. I'm very grateful for it because it brings me the affinity of landscaping that I do. By the way, y'all should put tape over your I don't know if kids are in the room. Sorry. You should put tape over your cameras because you never know. You never know. Like these apps and stuff, they be spying on us. You know this stuff. Come on, y'all. Don't play dumb with me. Just saying. Are y'all ready to talk about this Cancer new moon, though? Are y'all ready to talk about this Cancer new moon? Are you? Are you? I want to know. You got to tell me. I want to know what house it's happening in for you. By the way, if you're that person whose games people play, you never did respond to me. I'm wondering what your username's all about. Sag rising, but has Scorpio Taurus interception. So you're just saying that Scorpio and Taurus are you saying that there's no houses by Placidus that start in those signs? Because that's a thing. And yeah, I think like what for you with that, what it really comes down to by whole sign, right? This is in the 8th house. So you can read it like the 9th by that other house system if you're even still in the room. It'd be nice to know if you're here so I can like get some feedback from you. But it's just in that 8th house, it's about your spiritual, for everybody. Your 8th house is about your spiritual healing, and it's about the 9th house is too. There's a strong affinity between the two houses actually, in that they're both about spirituality. The 8th house is what is spiritual, that is the transformation, and in the context of the 8th and the 9th as a dual, it's actually the death cycle that leads up to the new beginning. That is the 9th house of spiritual awakening. And this we go into so much more depth on in Astrology School, which starts this Sunday, the 11th, and the link to enroll thyself if you are the person who wants to master this stuff, know this stuff, get the keys to the queendom of astrology or the celestial kingdom, whatever your vibe is. You know what I'm saying? You know where to go in the description box and enroll thyself, because this is going to be a badass 6-month program, 26 weeks of live interactive supportive coaching, mentorship. You get the recordings, you get the PowerPoints, you get the astrological knowledge about your chart and yourself. And if you think about that for a minute, what could be more valuable than knowing about yourself? Question mark, open-ended rhetorical question. Take it if you will. Okay, just saying. IJS. All right, I'm done. But it's there if you need it and want it, and that's going to serve your highest good, because I'm out here for that. I'm out here for everybody's highest and greatest good, period, point blank. So astrologers who want to turn their game up to the next level, if you want somebody who has that kind of approach to coaching you and caring about you and like getting you through that process of owning this craft, this ability, the ability to understand, to interpret the stars, to read everybody's first breath, whose birth data you have. Think about that. You could read everybody's first breath around you in a room if you wanted. Yo, it is so deep. It's so poetic, and it's so beautiful. It's all about the revealing of energy. And it's like if you really take a seat back, and I'm talking to people who vibe with me right now, like this, I'm here for anybody who resonates with everything I'm saying in this moment, right? I literally am here for you. Like, this is who I'm here for. The first breath of a person is telling you a lot about everything you need to know regarding that soul's journey in this incarnation, in this lifetime. And I'm not over exaggerating. This is accurate. And when you think about it, this is a 4,000-year-old. That's what the most conservative astrological historians tell us. I personally, with Göbekli Tepe, for example, as a piece of architecture and proof of sophisticated civilization existing at least 14,000 years ago, I personally understand and know for a fact in my vessel, in the core of my being, astrology is much older than 4,000 years old. But that's the core, that's the accepted duration of this body of knowledge, in its existence. And all that to say, you can use this power, this craft, this ability, this skill set, this toolbox of resources and maps and GPS links and, just symbols that you'll come to read as if it's another language, as if it is a language. You can use that to come into your own power, because you're witnessing the scope of a lifetime, and you're witnessing a scope of a karmic cycle. And by combining astrology from different lineages, as we do in Astrology School starting this Sunday, we pull from ancient Hellenistic astrology, we pull from ancient Vedic astrology from India, and we pull from modern, so to speak, evolutionary astrology, which in fact has its roots, if you actually put your analytical cap on and whatever, in these other bodies of astrology, because these are kind of like the mother lineages, you know. But evolutionary looks at this much more within a karmic cycle. It really kind of exacerbates, is that the right word? Extrapolates, expounds on Vedic astrology's understanding of karma, and it creates its own, perhaps like interpretation or school of karmic thought within astrology, if you will. So I teach all that. And if you want to like really look at things from a holistic lens as an astrologer, which I think many of us increasingly in the age of Aquarius do, because we understand increasingly as a people, as an individual person within a context of a people, that every group of people on this planet have their own divine knowledge base, and every group of people on this planet have their own access way into spirit. So the more that we as beings, period, and astrologers, yes, beings, Earthlings, we benefit when we pull from their knowledge, when we honor their knowledge, when we embrace their knowledge. And so this astrology program is for people who want to have a bit of a global mind when it comes to astrological comprehension. I'm eager to keep learning various forms of so-called niche astrology. And these are the three bodies I feel very confident in offering all of my students at this point in time. I'm very well versed in these and have been using them for many years. So it's my honor, and I'm going to read the comments. I'll take questions, by the way, about that or the Cancer new moon we're going to talk about. So, and thank you, everybody. I'm here, ma'am. You're so cute. But what's up with your username? You're so mysterious. What's your sign, Sag Rising? What's your sun? Lissy Darko, you're in the room. Hey, girl, it's always a party when you're here. And Galiaou says, what's your Mercury? You want me to just tell you all my energy? Why you want to know so much? Celebrate the differences. It's true. My Mercury's in Scorpio. I'm not shy about it. My stellium is big in my chart, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful because my midheaven is there too. So it's like you can tell. That's why all my like people who really like vibe with my videos like hard are the Scorpios. You know, that's just how it be. And not just Scorpio sun, moon, rising, but people with strong Scorpio energy. So like I have had some clients recently, actually, a couple who have had very strong Scorpio planetary placements. You know, just leaving it at that. And so it wasn't necessary that their sun, their moon, their rising was in Scorpio, but it will attract and magnetize more of that Scorpio energy, and it will help me connect deeper with y'all because that's my most public house. It's my 10th house and my 11th house. So it's like how I'm meant to be in the world is for scorpionic purposes. How y'all are meant to know me is through my ability to help you transform yourself. Because I'm on the Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the Phoenix. I've been the Phoenix. I am the Phoenix. We the Phoenix. Like, we are the Phoenix. So I'm not here to work with, like, you know, I'm here to, let me put it this way. I'm here to transform where you want to go with you along your side. And I'm here to help you take your occult knowledge to another level. Because Scorpio is about occult knowledge. It's corresponding with the 8th house to some extent, though we should be very mindful not to fully conflate our signs and our houses because there are distinct nuances. And oftentimes, yes, there is distinct overlap. And to ignore that reality would be foolish. Moving on. Lissy Darko, hey girl. My moon in Scorpio is what you said. That's deep. Lissy Darko. I love moon in Scorpio. When you resonate high vibe, y'all are dope. I really like moon and Scorpio people. You're like the ride or die. You're the ride or die. There's a few chart insignias that'll show you that, but moon and Scorpio is definitely one of them. Moon and Scorpio is ride or die, like loyal if you decide to be. or you're lusty as hell. You're like so lusty. And that's like, I'm not judging you, but it could just be like, that's all you want to do and ever. That's just it. You know what I mean? That's like how it tends to go with that Scorpio moon. And it doesn't have to be all or nothing, like baby out with the bathwater. It just means you can have those energies in your energy. And there's nothing to be like ashamed of about that, as long as it's healthy and you're not using it to manipulate people in a way that's like harmful. You know what I'm saying? That's not groovy, and you should never do that. I want mercy for myself and the world. Girl, you're beautiful. Can we? Aw, thank you for the space. Oh, thank you for being in this space. You're like making the space. When are you gonna be in astrology school, Lissy? I like want you there. You're the kind of vibe, girl. Like, yes, we have like high vibe beings. This container is for high vibe beings. Like, this is for people who want to like build together. You know what I'm saying? This is for people who want to build. You can see it. My students did a testimonial. It's always linked in my stuff. You can find it on my channel. So anyway, let's talk about this Cancer new moon, because your girl has a to-do list. You don't think I have a to-do list? Think again. Now, astrology school starts Sunday. I got things to do. Got to make sure we got all of our ducks in a row. And you know they will be. You know they will be. I'm excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome, yo. I can't wait to help people like transverse the stars, like to work, to navigate them. Because once you have this for yourself, you give it to everybody else in your life, like a tree of life, like a fountain of celestial love, you know. And it's for people who want to like turn this on the high vibe of that light love vibration. It's not for people. This is not for shallow ass astrologers. Shallow ass astrologers run and flee from my work, because I make them contemplate and think about and grapple with concepts that they don't want to look at, or that they don't yet honor. And they should, because these are valuable skill sets. These are valuable perspectives that we've been given. We've been gifted from other generations and cultures of people, you know what I mean? And we should honor that to the extent that it's relevant. And there, from that place, we should innovate. From that place, we should advance. Because the thing is, if you don't know the basics, if you don't know the LMNOPs, how you gonna make alphabet soup? You know what I'm saying? Just saying. All right, link in the description box to enroll thyself with a call with me, and we'll discuss your goals. Yeah. Much love and respect to you, from me forever. Aw, you deserve mercy. Yep, everybody does. All right, let's go. You want to talk about the Cancer new moon? Y'all haven't told me about that. I just been on my wisdom spit. I've been spitting wisdom today. That's what I've been doing. All right, where you at, y'all? I love y'all in the room. Your vibe is right. You ready to talk about this Cancer new moon? You ready? You ready? Okay, first things first. What is Cancer, y'all? Whoa, backpedal just a minute. We're gonna break it down, because this is about like astrology school promotion at this point. Like after the 11th, you're not gonna hear me talk about this much. So I want to let y'all know a little taste. And this is like a friggin' meal. So you think this little taste, this is a meal. But in astrology school, what's dope is I don't have to be the only one talking, because sometimes, a lot of times when I'm sitting here talking with y'all, I really love it. But it's very weird how one-sided it can be. That's why I love your comments so much. That's why I love engagement on my channel, because I know who I'm talking to and I can customize. I can take a feedback point. And in astrology school, I get the gift of giving you everything I need to tell you and then shutting the hell up and listening. And I love that. And then I give you feedback based on what you just gave me. And it's a true ping pong. It's not like this, just like I have to talk, which I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have the thoughts that Spirit uses me as a channel. Y'all know I'm a channel. Y'all know this by now. If you've been here in my work, you know what I mean? You know what I serve, because you can feel it. You know what and who I serve. And so anyway, that's about that. I'm off my preacher pedestal, though. I'm off it for a minute. I can't promise nothing. I got a lot of Jupiter in my chart. Slice of the sacredness. Yo, slice of cake. Celestial cake. Yeah, that's what it is. Astrology school. All right, y'all. So this is going to be, a new moon is all about new beginnings. The divine mother, the moon, the goddess, who in ancient astrology is associated with the entirety of the material realm. Because if you think about this, the moon is the reflection of the sun, yes? The lunation, I told y'all we're going deep today. The lunation, the radiance, the starlight off the sun that perpetually shines, its diminishment is only a matter of perspective of the earth, or perspective. Could have left it there at any point in time, right? It's always bright somewhere, in other words. The world just spins. You follow? And so anyway, the moon is a reflection of that light at all times that we see the moon. However, the new moon is when we don't see the light. It's dark. The sun is on the other side. There is no sun reflected upon the moon's face in the new moon. But it is, as Stormy Grace has been saying in all of her videos, I cannot mention this without crediting the woman. She's dope, by the way. Really fantastic astrologer, already very advanced in her career. Very, very beautiful, just beautiful soul. You know what I mean? Anyway, she says right now for this lunation, and I very much so agree, that though it's dark right now with the new moon, the soil is very fertile, right? The seeds are ready to sprout. And I love it because I'm a grower, in case you can't tell. And I love plants. I love them. I got like love for plants. Like plants and I, we're like this, Earth and I, we're like this. I'm an earth mama. You know what I'm saying? So, but I digress. Point being, this is an energy of fertile development. This is an energy where the soil is rich in nutrients, where the celestial body of energy is very full of life, and it has nutrients and moisture and texture and abundance and many different mutualistic parts like working together that you can't even see. You know what I'm saying? That you can't even see, but they're there mutually working together. Yeah, like that, like this celestial, thank you for the visual, the dark in the chat. Yeah, exactly. The like sky with the stars, It's like this. It's like very magic and twinkly, like dark night, but like beautiful. And then Cancer is the sign ruled by the moon, and Cancer is the divine mother. And so the moon's new moon cycle in the sign, hello, ruled by the moon, this is like a big deal because it's in its own sign and it gives it more juice. And it doesn't have any negative aspects. There's like a beautiful Uranus thing. So anything that's really beautiful and feels really right now, but catches you by surprise, because Uranus is weird and surprising and quirky and just totally like weird, like it can feel far-fetched almost. It's like, is this actually happening? It's so eccentric and quirky, but it is, especially if this is in like or it feels like awakening energy, because Uranus is the divine awakener. And it's kind of like, holy crap, a truth just struck me that I can't unknow. I've been getting a lot of that lately. Wow, that's really that's interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to digress off of all that because I don't even know. But Cancer, this is a new moon, and it's a new beginning in water, and it's a new beginning in healing energy. And look at the house in your chart, everybody. Look at the house in your chart for more insight on this stuff. Look at the chart. Presence. Yes, presence is the gift right now, because in that area of life, thank you for the download, psychic sister. The word you used just transferred this into my mind. The download right now, y'all, presence is the gift. Presence is the gift in the sign, in the house of your chart that your, Cancer energy is in. And please, for a deeper reading in your chart, be sure to use whole sign astrology. So if you're a Sagittarius rising, this should be considered by that house system. This would be your 8th house, okay, for everybody who's here, who has Sag rising. Or if you're a Capricorn, it's your 7th house. Or if you're a Cancer, it's your 1st house. Or if you're an Aries, this is your 4th house. Or if you're a Libra, this is your 10th house. You follow? Like, use that for yourself, no matter what your sign is. And if you need help, let me know your sign, drop it in the chat, and I'll help you know what house it's in. Yo, big divine awakenings in my dreams. Cancer 2nd house with my South node. Oh my gosh, you have Cancer in the South node too? Yo, Lissy, remind me your ascendant. Aren't you like a Gemini or a Scorpio, or am I tripping? Yo, big divine awakenings in my dreams. So dreams, and this is the South node. Dreams, do you mean like through your sleep dreams, Lissy? Because I could see that. Gemini rising, that's right. Okay, fun. Wow, so this is in your 2nd house of family and your very close people and your self-worth and your self-consciousness, your self-consciousness, 2nd house, and your food. And if you're getting downloads, let's see about different types of food and like health and things that you need to pay attention to with that, you should pay attention. If it feels right in your body right now, you're being given that message for a reason. Cancer is a very healing energy, everybody. So look to the sign in your chart that is associated with Cancer, and you will find where healing is on offer right now. Like, I'm not bullcrapping y'all. Y'all know I keep it 100. I'm like the realest deal, like whatever communicator. Like, I really don't have space for sugarcoating. It's really pretty black or white with me. I already confided in y'all my Mercury's in Scorpio. So I'm kind of like, what you hear is what you get and nothing other than. And it's exactly what I mean. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And I love that trait in other people. If you're like that, give me a little message. Be like, hey, me too. Give me a like orange heart with a fire flame if you're just like that. That'd be fun to see and laugh at. I love seeing things like that. Yeah, so anyway, let's talk about this Cancer energy though. The divine mother, the divine healer, the divine protector, the defender of land, the defender of home, the defender of property, the defender of self. And if you think about the crab and the tortoise, and Astrology School is starting Sunday. So if you resonate with my work, be there or be square. It's for people who want to take their skills up real quick. 6 months, 3 hours every Sunday, 12 to 3 p.m. live. Central Time over Zoom. Super interactive, super fun, a very intimate container with deep exchanges and just experiences. And it's just going to be such a healing, dope opportunity to build your soul self. And you'll learn transits. You'll learn how the planetary weather is affecting your soul. Yo, that's what I'm here to help you do for you. You shouldn't have to keep paying people hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars throughout your lifetime to get this insight through their lens. Because let me tell you the power of owning a skill for thyself, says the Scorpio stellium with Mars, Mercury, Pluto in the midheaven at the apex of a V sextile. Just told y'all a lot about my chart. Let me tell you about that. You own your gift. You own your skill. You own your power. And you own your power at a spiritual level. You own your power at a core level of your own identity, of your own energy, of your own essence. You command more energy within your essence. Your essence is manifesting through this lifetime, through this 3rd dimension matrix. And there's a lot of reality here. Everything that is alive like this is real, 100% real, unless it's genetically modified, unless it's made in a Frankenstein lab. This is God's creation. You know who created GMOs? The devil through God's vessels of humans. You understand? Who've been co-opted by tech and inorganic life. I'm organic, 100%. You understand? Now, Team Organic out here, once we understand how we as a spirit manifest through this dimension and also this construct of the matrix 3D, the computer 3D, the tech 3D, you understand? Once we understand how to navigate our soul energy like we are through Astrology School starting on Sunday for 6 months of live interactive coaching, we own our power as souls because our essence gets, guess what, distorted in this 3D matrix as we incarnate. It becomes lied to. It mistakes itself for something that it is not. We tell ourselves that we are less than. We get told by this experience that we are less than. We get told by this experience to be put down and die. And all we have at the end of the day is the ability to respond to that. a responsibility. And all you can do is what you can do. And with astrology, you can look at that essence, you can look at the third D incarnation, you can look at the tendencies you have as a soul, you can look at where you've been and where you going for your highest and greatest good, the hangups, the isms, the why am I this, that, and the others, and how is it reflected in everybody else around me that I ever know, that I ever want to read the life of. This is what is on offer in my program. And yes, this is the least expensive. You're going to get this for future cycles because your girl is already going, you know where, up and up, period. And I'm grateful for it because I know I'm here for a reason. And I allow it to shine to the best of my capability. None of us is perfect. I know I'm not. But this is why I'm here. I'm here to help y'all advance your skills, to understand the universe, to look at everyday life differently through the lens of the cosmos. Yo. All right. The link to enroll yourself is in the description box down below, and you are a real deal communicator with your orange heart flame. How'd you put them on top of each other? That's a dope little graphic. Is that in the new upgrade? I love that. Yep. Know thyself, know thy worth, know thy life, know thy story. Advance. Own your skill, own your craft. Go forward like a blast. Off like a rocket, we explode from first to last. It's an A to Z, Elementa P, alphabet soup up in the astrology. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Starting on the 11th. I don't even know where that came from. I'm just like that. I used to do spoken word a lot. It's a lot of fun. I have mad respect for lyricists, spoken word artists, poets. I just love it. I literally love it. There's something in my soul that is just like, what? Like, I love y'all. Gain stability. That's right. Responsibility. Own your energy. So that's what it comes down to, y'all. That's what it comes down to. Cancer, new moon, new beginning. Should we do the 12 signs? I gotta get some feedback. Do y'all want me to fly through the houses and do the 12 signs? I really need some feedback. Give me some feedback if you're here. I'm doing this for the real ones, so I need some real ones to speak up, use your voice, elevate, and elevate your consciousness to the room. Give me a little bit of a directive as to what you're feeling, what you need. Is this like you want to hear it in your house? You want to hear it in what house this is manifesting in? Do you want to hear the Cancer energy more directly in terms of what is the Cancer new moon significance? What do you want to hear? I want to hear from people. Oh, gee. Was that so loud? It was so loud for me. I dropped my copper ball. I love my copper ball. The significance word. Gangster abilities. You tickle me. Listen, you're funny. I love it. That's that Gemini vibe. Y'all are so like funny, and you can be like charmingly funny. It's just, I love that. That's so funny. So like the significance. Okay. So the significance of a new moon in Cancer, it really is a fertile soil, as Stormy and I have said at this point, for new beginnings that relate to the area of the chart, the area of the life, okay, that you're experiencing this in. So as I was saying earlier, if this is in a cardinal house, I did a video on the cardinal signs. If you have this in an angular house, okay, so this is the Capricorns, the Cancers, the Aries, and the Libras. This is going to be a higher area of life for you, a more elevated, prominent manifestation. And everybody else, it's still, wherever the house is, it's fertile, because Cancer is the mother, and the mother gives energy. The mother gives creations. We all come from a mother, you understand? So it's like we all literally come out of a woman. Like, regardless of your relationship with that woman, femininity is where the creation energy is, period. In the universe, in life, in whatever, femininity is where the creation comes from. It always comes from a feminine thing, you know what I mean? And there's always a male activation, duh. That's the thing. Like, there's always some male activation or energy behind it. Even within women, it's a male force driving the femininity at the end of the day, just as in men, you could say the same, basically. but in reverse. But the idea is being that femininity is where you see matter, you see materiality, you see us in the physical incarnate through women. Take it as a face line, like, yeah, that's duh, you know? And so the moon in ancient astrology was the woman, was the divine woman, is the goddess, the goddess. So Cancer being the sign ruled by the goddess, having a new moon, new beginning, the divine mother, the moon, the divine father, the sun joining, yoking together. This is a yoga in Vedic astrology, by the way. They yoke themselves into relationship when they are in aspect, conjunction like this. So, this is a signature. So the yoga of the moon and the sun together is a new moon. It's a signature in other language of astrology for a new beginning that is very prominent, because it's classics. And the thing is, this is after the Capricorn full moon we just had. Eric Taylor from Taylor to You Coaching and I did an amazing thing on that. Go check out his channel, Taylor to You Coaching. Dope dude, dope astrologer. Love his vibe. Genuine. Wants the best for everybody. His wife is super high vibe. They have like a good vibe. Their family has a good vibe. They stand for good things. He's a great communicator. He understands archetypes really, really, really well. That's one of, in my opinion, his strongest gifts as an astrologer. So yeah, definitely check out his channel. We did a whole report together, me and Eric, on or Eric and I, be all grammarly correct. We did a thing, you know what I'm saying? We did a live. Go check out his channel on the Capricorn full moon. But this axis, because now we're on the flip side of it. Now we're on the new moon, new beginning. The full moon was a culmination or an awareness. It was an illumination. You understand? The moon was illuminated. The consciousness was open. You know what I mean? It was opened. You saw what it was for what it was 2 weeks ago-ish. You know what I'm saying? And now here we go. Here we go again. New moon time, new beginning off of that. It's a respond, react. If you can name that song, name it, and I'm going to give you mad kudos. Opening 8th house matters. Oh, okay. We'll get to houses, Miss Lissy. We'll get to houses. So, the thing though with the Cancer Capricorn axis is it's the classics. It's the classics. That's what I want to say to y'all. The classics. Why are things classics? Why are things like curve and lipstick and, beards and broad shoulders? Why are these things hot? Why are these things sexy? Because it's like classic. It's classic. And it's like you can't really take that away. And the reason it's classic is because of that. It's like ongoing. And at the same time, Pluto is in Capricorn right now, y'all. So it's like by a very wide degree orb, it's like opposing this new moon, new beginning. So in some way, yes, this is flavored by and has a very deep current, okay, of death to it and transformation, especially if you have this Pluto on a personal point. If you have Pluto on your ascendant right now, count your lucky stars that you're incarnated, because you're going to level yourself up in a way that is so like profound that it will scare you at times. And you will require inner deaths that make you reflect back on the person you once were and question how it was. Is that type of transformation. That's Scorpio. That's Phoenix. Astrology School starting Sunday. I want you to know this for yourself so you can apply it to your life. Apply it to your life. I invest so much energy in my students. I have a curriculum mind. So if you think these talks are good, wait till I get you in an active game room and we can play together like this as you learn at the highest vibration. I mean, like we'll be literally playing little nerdy astrology games and you're learning things in the process. And then we share our philosophical insights together and build and refer back to the existing astrology so that we can build on our own interpretations. It's so beautiful. It's a philosopher's space. That's like the clearest words I can even use to articulate this. It's a philosopher's space for people who want to manifest craft And in that way, it has a strong affinity with the Mercury-Jupiter energy. So if you have Mercury-Jupiter energy in your chart very strong, you probably would really literally love Astrology School. If you have Mercury and Jupiter in strong placements, if you have Gemini, Sagittarius axis very strong in your chart, or Virgo Pisces axis very strong in your chart. Are any Virgos in the room, by the way? I'm so curious. Or Pisces people, or Capricorn people. Anybody here with Cap energy? Let me know. I would really like to know about Capricorn people if y'all are in the room. Lissy Darko with the heart, and we got to get to the 11th house. Pluto in first house conjunct ascendant. What do you mean? Like it's transiting there, Games? It's transiting there? Your Pluto in the first house? Or is it actually there, like in your chart? Because if it's conjuncting your ascendant right now, you're not a Sag ascendant. If it's conjuncting your ascendant right now, you're actually a late degree Capricorn ascendant. It's your personal placement in your chart. Okay, so then you have in your chart, then Games people play, you have Sag Pluto, Sag rising, correct? Like those are the two signs. And I don't use sidereal, I use tropical, FYI. Clarify that for me. So anyway, Cancer new moon. This is going to be the new beginning in the area of life of a loving, motherly, creative force. So the divine mother is opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So it's a death of whatever Capricorn area of life you have your house in, and it's a new beginning in the Cancer, and it's a revelation of mothering energy, nurturing energy, protector energy, defender energy. Okay? I don't know what yup means, hun. I've said a lot of things. Pluto transiting my Cap 8th still. Oh, so your Capricorn's your 8th house and Pluto is in... Yeah, he's right on there. And on your 8th, in your 8th house. Well, you're like going through major scorpionic level up vibes and trauma work. 8th house is always about trauma work and healing work from a deeper, darker, wounded place. So... And if Pluto is on your ascendant period, whether it's natally or by transit, it's a time in this lifetime, in the natal example or in the transit example, it's a time for you to be in a butterfly mode. You got to be the butterfly. Fly, butterfly. Because when Pluto visits you, it's all about the changing. It's about the death. It's about the ending. It's about the... what is no longer so that something else can be. A seed, I always use this example, seeds self-destruct in order to grow. And what I mean by that is they kill off parts of themselves. If you watch a bean seed germinate, the things you'll learn. A bean seed has inside of it, there's a seed coat on the outside, right? That the thing that gives it the color of the bean. If you got a black bean, it's what makes it black. If you pinch that off, before you cook it, it's actually white on the inside, right? Before you cook that. And so anyway, all those anthocyanins and stuff in the bean seed are released when you cook it, and it makes it all really dark, like when you mash it. But inside of that is this mushy white stuff that when it's dry, that seed, if you break it open, if you go and get a dried bean out of your cabinet right now, you can break it open and see this. There's a hard part, and then inside of it, there's a baby. There's a baby plant in every seed. Every bean seed, it's an embryo, and it is, if you look at it, you can see like, oh my God, there are little leaves. Like you can use a little like, oh my God, there's little leaves. Like oftentimes you'll be able to just see that. And anyway, this is before it gets germinated. This is before it bursts out of its shell. And when it does burst out of its shell, Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Didn't realize I was doing that. Cancer new moon. When you burst out of your shell, Cancer is the crab, Cancer is the tortoise in the most ancient of astrology and in Native American astrology as well, right? So when you burst out of your shell, when you dare to go further outside of your confining cage, that is your Cancerian house in your chart, right? Look at your chart, know thyself, get a reading with somebody. It don't even have to be me, but I'm available for it, but get a reading. and know thyself, and learn this for yourself, to really know thyself without an intermediary. That's who I'm here for in Astrology School starting Sunday. Link to register down below. So this is like the time to burst out of your Cancer shell. And when you do, you allow yourself that fertile new beginning that is healing and nurturing. And the highest vibe of Cancer is the best mother. Who doesn't want a good mother? Like, good mother, that's what mothers should be. You are of a body. You are of somebody's body. That person should be nurturing and caring and hold you and nurture you and protect you and love you fiercely and be there for you emotionally. And that should be parents in general, but especially mothers, but definitely fathers, because fathers need to own up on their shit. And men who become fathers, and take care of their shit, I have so much respect for you. Fathers who are there, you know what I'm saying? Fathers who be a father, that's good. That's honorable stuff. That's like good job, sir. You know what I mean? That's who I respect. People who actually own up for their shit. And not just shit, I mean like their creation product of divine, beautiful, divine essence that should be honored, aka their children. Okay, moving right along. Moving right along. Yeah, fire heart. We got passion. We got passion. Oh, let's see, what's the sad face? What's that about? Don't be sad. I want to give you a hug. You make me want to cry. You're like such a sweet, I can like feel your vibe. You're like very sweet. And it's been nice to have you here on the channel. So anyway, y'all, this Cancer new moon is a time to go into your emotions too. And you might be feeling moody. You might be feeling really sensitive. You might be feeling really just kind of like bitchy, or just like your energy is just you need to have like a girl moment of just like fuck it all, or just like go off and have a little like chaos, like like just like let it out and go kind of crazy and wild. And just like let loose for a minute and go like primal crazy Lilith mode, because this is Cancer in its purification process. Cancer needs to cry tears in order to cleanse itself. Cancer needs to be bathed. Cancer needs to go be in a shower. Go be with the water. Go be with the shower. Go be with the lake. Go be with the ocean. Go be with the bath. Go be with the river. Go be with the waters right now. Take thyself to the water. Take down to the water. Thank you, babe. I'm literally just having to brace the unknown willfully. Well, yeah. That's literally it. And it's the 8th house. And it's also like, it's not just embracing the unknown. You can intuit it and heal it and intend it and pilot it. The universe pilots you in climate, in karmic cycles. The universe pilots you. But you are always a co-pilot, if not more. You are always a co-pilot, if not more. You always have a responsibility, an ability to respond. You are always the co-pilot, if not more. You're in the shower? Oh my God, girl, how are you texting me? Get your phone out of the shower before you like electrocute thyself. I'll know you're in the room. Be safe. Don't put that shit with you. That's a good way to mess up your phone. I learned too with the humidity. Be careful. Don't mess up your audio. Let yourself live. When I do naughty things like that, I wrap it in a blanket, or not a blanket, a shirt, so that it's like safe from that. We're nerds. We're astrological nerds. Don't judge us. Moving right along. I think that, this Cancer new moon is healing and purifying and nurturing, and it's giving you the opportunity to mother yourself. And anything that feels right is right now. Trust the vibe, trust the process, trust the energy of cleansing and purifying, and take yourself to the waters, the spiritual waters. Go float. I saw on somebody's page the other day, shout out if you know who you are, you were going to a float session, and I was like, yeah, you should go to a float session. That's amazing. Like, I didn't say anything to you, but I saw your post and I was like, that sounds amazing. Go float. Go float right now in the water. Go be with the water. Go be with the spirit. Go be with the force that are the divine cleansing. I'm going to pull a card, and it might not be for you. It might be for me. I'm going to feel it out, but I feel like I should. And I might not even show it to you. I might just read it to you. But I'm just like, yeah. Okay, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. I just read it. Read it and weep, people. All right, I'm just kidding. Isn't that funny? My favorite thing in the world to do is catch people off guard and be like, they're just like, what the fuck? Like, they're just like, what is that? It's like literally so funny, especially when your eyes are all big. It's like, you know, they get all like creeped out. It's like so funny. But anyway, Cancer New Moon, Angel Energy 22. I love your name. I love that number. I was born on the 22nd. I'm a 22 baby. Do you know what starting period during new moon means? Yeah, girl. Hell yeah. And this is the most feminine new moon. This is Cancer. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I know. Isn't that amazing and beautiful? Very social energy under this fertile Cancer new moon. And it means that you're fertile with new beginnings, and you're participating very actively, Angel Energy 22. You're participating very actively in the purification processes that I just spent so long talking about. Cancer is purification. Cancer is cleansing. And in Astrology School, starting on the 11th, we're going into way more depth about the core meanings of all the signs, all the houses, the aspects, the meanings of chart interactions. We read 2 charts together, otherwise known as SYNASTRY. We also utilize composite charts, and my students will be very capable and confident in how to apply these crafts by the end of the program. I'm very much so looking forward to that. And you're welcome. And thank you for the compliment. So if you started your cycle now, you're really in tune with the cleansing and the purification and the new beginning of it all, and the divine feminine magic force of creation, which is more receptive and more in your emotion space and more in your energy space and magnetic. It's not just receptive, it's magnetic. So you do actively draw things in through being the energy that you are and conducting it in your own body. That's how feminine manifestation happens. So just keep that in mind. OMG, thank you. I'm a Cancer. Oh my gosh, that's even more profound for you and personal. And because it's in the first house. And I'm starting my new beginnings with my music. I hope that goes amazing with you. Thank you. It will. It's in my 7th house. I've already had powerful business things, a really nice couple student, experiences recently, and just, I don't know, just really like profound, meaningful changes in my understanding of what even relationships should feel like and so forth. So yeah, that's me. We'll see how that all goes. All I know is it's going good, and it's gonna keep going good. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, Astrology School starts this Sunday. The houses for this, if it's Capricorn, this is in the 7th house. If it's Aquarius, this is in the 6th house, which is related to health and wellness. I've talked a lot about Capricorn in the context of relationship, and you could even manifest a life partner. Every year when the new moon happens, there's a possibility of manifesting a life partner, regardless of the house, regardless of the sign. Whenever you have it in the 7th house, it is always a yearly opportunity where you might manifest your life partner. Especially if it's a water sign. I use the word magnetize. So if you're a Taurus rising, when you have the new moon in Scorpio, this can happen. If you are a Virgo rising, when the new moon in Pisces happens, this can happen. And when you're a Capricorn rising, when the new moon is in Cancer, this can happen. So Capricorn people could be having that happen with them. Congratulations. You could be going through huge shifts in relationships, letting go of people, bringing in new people that feel right. Everything is based off emotion with that. For all y'all signs, all y'all houses, I'm about to fly through for everybody. You understand? I'm about to fly through for all y'all kids. And we're going to just do that. So anyway, Capricorn is that. Aquarius, it's your, 6th house of health and habits. This is also where you do bad things that don't serve you. So your pitfalls. So Aquarius people with this 6th house new moon, heal your habits, heal your mental health, heal your mental processes, heal your heal your dharma and karma along the lines of health and wellness. Heal your physical vessel through your everyday habits that you exercise, that you mentally tell yourself, things you tell yourself. You know what I mean? Stories you tell yourself, Aquarius. Pay attention to that. Angel Eyes, before I move to Pisces, she says, well, Lissy says, regardless of the dimension. What do you mean, girlfriend? I don't know what you mean by that. I did so much work / rituals during 2019 summer to manifest my soulmate life partner after I met my twin flame and he triggered my spiritual awakening. That's delicious. Good for you. Congratulations. I'm happy to hear that. Good for you. That sounds really nice for you. That's awesome. This summer is reminding me a lot of 2019 summer. I got like so distracted for a moment. This summer is reminding me a lot of 2019 summer. Is it really? I don't know, but I feel very fated karmic things. I feel like a tickly feeling in my stomach, like I'm like nervous, but it's like butterflies and it's like I don't know what all it's gonna be. And I'm also just really aware because I have like strong Neptune energy. I'm not trying to like have rose-colored lens about anything. You know, I'm a Capricorn rising. I have Saturn in Aquarius. I'm very like serious, but I also have like all that Jupiter that makes me very philosophical, and hence the name Wizdom Dropz. Hence my logo is Jupiter. I love and honor Jupiter. I love and honor Jupiter energy, spirit, faith. But with Neptune, I have I want the best. I'm always like, oh, wouldn't this be the best? Like this little rosy, delicious pudding of a pie story that I could just have in this. And so I'm very Capricorn practical on how to make it happen. And I have a lot of Virgo energy, so I'm very methodical and practical and on my T's and I's, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, when you have Neptune in the chart real strong, you gotta always keep yourself grounded with your expectations, and you have to spiritualize. If you don't spiritualize, you could end up deceiving yourself. You have to spiritualize, you have to understand your spiritual energy, and you just have to know your different tendencies about yourself. And that's what Astrology School is good for, starting on the 11th. This Sunday is knowing yourself in your chart. And I'm accepting students who want to introspect, who want to heal their isms, who want to see their blind spots more fully, who want to create healthier quality of life for themselves and everybody that they'll go on to manifest with and build with and collab with. And, I got to ring the bell to let y'all know this stuff, because if you don't tell people, if you keep your stuff secret, then it'll never happen. And I'm like Pele the volcano. I just want to let things out and emit my passion into the world. You know what I mean? Have y'all ever played sports? Thank you for the love on the IG. That was a sweet thing to see those hearts like little butterflies fly. Angel energy, Jupiter in Pisces. I'm going to read up in a moment. I just saw I missed some. Jupiter in Pisces happening for 2022. Let me know if you're in the chat, y'all. Talk with me. Tell me how you're feeling this Cancer new moon, and I'll keep on with the houses. I'm going to go to Pisces next. I know I'm just my moon's in the 3rd house, so I'm just all over in my mind and, taking it all in, listening to y'all, interacting with y'all. What are your thoughts on that, Jupiter and Pisces? Honey, I did, and in 2022, I did a video on that. Please go check out my video. I did a whole video on that with Neptune and talking about how the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces is going to be a really potent spiritual activation for all of us to walk in our highest and greatest and truest selves and align with angelic forces. And if there's not disclosure by then, which I think there will be, like at a larger level than there's already happening now, I feel like there's going to be more clear communications, and it will come about in ways that aren't the most expected ways that they would come about. So it's not going to be like ET invasion. It's going to be like a benefic form of ETs reveals themselves. That's my official prediction. I don't think we're too far off from having that happen, especially given that the U.S. government has been saying things as candidly as they have lately. I 100% believe and understand and know in my vessel there are other beings and other life forms, and I know that from Sirius energy, I'll say that which the sun just transited, if you didn't know, 12, 13 degrees, 14 degrees of Cancer is Sirius, the son of the sun, the binary star. I've done a video on that as well if you care to learn more about that. Sages, wisdom keepers, Jesus, people of high vibration, very high teachers have said to bring, from Sirius. Egypt was huge on Sirius. The Dogon tribe was Sirius on Sirius. Lols, aka West Africa. And it's a big deal because it's all about angels and spirit guides and higher life forms, regardless how you identify and label them. It's like healers. Your angel energy, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to spell it out for you, of all people. How much is the school? Oh, the school, this is, if you pay up front, it's only $3,000, which is like laughable. This is a laughably low rate. I respect people's pockets, don't get me wrong. And I'm just saying, like, for the value, this is 3 hours of live coaching every single Sunday for 26 weeks. And you get not only the live coaching experience, you get the PowerPoint, which contains my curriculum and presentation for the day. And, you can add to that with your own comments. You also get recordings of each class for private use. And you also, on top of all that, you get 2 live 1-hour sessions to me to work together at your discernment and discretion throughout the 6-month period. So I can support you as you read your chart at a further, more deep level, just as much as we can look at another chart of somebody in your life, your personal life. It's really however you want to use the time, you get that. And in addition to that, throughout the week, you correspond with me. I'm there for you, and you correspond with us in a private group chat, and you email, and we like build out your knowledge set. And I give you like treasure hunts each and every class, which is our vibration of homework. So you have like at the end of each class, you have a new skill set. You have an application, an experienced application of that new skill set. You have a check of where you're at within that skill set based on assessments that I spell out for you and personal feedback that is personalized and customized to you. And you have a to-do list for the next 6 days leading up to the following class. And over those days, you have me available via email and our private group message thread that is on an outside application. So yeah, it's if you pay up front, it's $3,000. And if you do payment plans, my cat is about to like knock over my IG people. You're probably like laughing, like, what is happening? I see the cat tail and the phone is going crazy. But if you pay in installment plans, pardon the interruption, it's just $3,500. And so we can slice that up into monthly payments of $500 or whatever. That's what it is. And after it, you have the skill set of astrology. And if you want, you never need to buy another astrology reading again. And in fact, people, once you're done with my program, you'll have the competency and the skill set, the know-how to be a professional astrologer. I recommend personally that you apply your craft for an additional 6 months after graduating and completing astrology school before you start engaging in a monetary exchange way. But you could start your readings at whatever rate feels right for you. And I don't know your journey. Excelled students, I've had very real quick-minded students. And for some of them, I understand if they wanted to go pro right away and start charging whatever they felt was right, I would support them because they knew what they were doing. I knew that they could go out there and they could say stuff that wasn't hurting people and that wasn't false. They were saying truth, and I could get behind it, and I could be like, y'all go, you know what I mean? So this is for people who really want to know themselves like a pro would know them and have the gift to know the planetary weather and the transits at any given moment and how it's interfacing with your first breath. I spoke on this in great depth, the first breath being your natal chart, the snapshot of that moment in time. Okay. Can you tell us about it after? I'm an artist, so I wonder always how knowing more of my chart will be. You're an artist, so you have a mind for putting different pieces together and understanding it as a synthesis and as a larger piece of work, piece of art. And let me tell you, Astrology School, I've been learning about this amazing architect who I absolutely resonate with and love, Anthony Gaudi. He's the Spanish dude. He's passed on. He was an old school dude. This man produced creations of architecture that are truly like, I mean, it's like a firework. You look at his creations and it's like so deliciously complex and energetic. It's energy. It's raw energy. He does mosaics and stained glass and color and shape and form that is just out of this world, but it's not. And he attributes everything to nature and nature's wisdom and his architecture. And he blew them out of the water. Architects thought he was apeshit, but he is a genius. You know, he was a genius. And astrology school is kind of like that. You're going to be that kind of astrologer. You're going to know how to look at things from that sort of genius astrology lens and apply it so simply, because that's what I do. I translate these things simply and functionally into, I allow you to get the synthesis, the takeaway. I give you the thesis. I give you the skill set and the why and the how. So I'm about giving you this. I'm about skill transfer. I want to grow more astrologers who can help preserve and carry on this art form and this science and help us revive as the age of Aquarius, you know, into who we're meant to be, which is sovereign, informed beings living out our divine experience, not living in the confines of major organizations and systems and robots, and just don't even get me started. I'm team human, team organic all the way. Organic ones only around here. Greetings, greetings, celestial status, you know, star beings, not no tech. If there's a solar flash and you go down, I don't want you to be around me now. Okay, if you're a robot, bye. You know what I mean? No bots around this joint. Team organic all day, all day, all day. Anyway, I'm on some crazy side tangent, but it ain't though. It's just truth. You know what I mean? This is that Cancer new moon and it's energy. Follow your vibe, follow your energy. 100%, 100, 100. Hi, moon is in Pisces. Hi, Linda. Linda. Oh my gosh. Hi, Linda. I know who you are. My second house is in Cancer. This video was so insightful. Thank you. You are so welcome, Linda. It's nice to see you here. It's nice to see you here and wishing you the best, my watery sister. You got all them water vibes. You feel so like, just so watery. I can really feel your heart. I love it. You have like a really beautiful heart. So yeah, nice to have you here. Nice to have you here and glad to know I brought you value. Thank you for that. Angel Energy says, OMG, that sounds so fun. I want to do a birth chart reading for you need a birth chart reading and your career. How much? Birth chart readings for me, I do 1 hour for 111. So my hourly rate is 111, which makes astrology school hourly rate laughably low. It's like a third, I think, you know, of my actual rate to go to astrology school, and you become the astrologer in the process. So it's like a lifetime of knowledge that you can apply. But an hour with me live or pre-recorded, I usually record both options, is 111. And yeah, that's how we rock and roll. We can look at anything you want. And I usually look at like a lot of just anything people want: career, love, life, karma. That's really what a lot of people come to me for, all those things. Who am I meant to be? What am I meant to do? You know, where have I been karmically? What are my lessons? And how can I heal relationships? Those are some of my most common questions. And, you know, the career thing is, what am I here to do? So I love helping people see that in their own selves through the lens of their chart. And so that's what astrology school is about. That's what my readings are about. And you just email me at the Gmail address in the description box if you want to get a hold of me. Awesome. This summer, just, yeah, girlfriend, look down below in the description box of any of my videos, and you should see my email. It's WizdomDropz with all Z's at gmail.com. So just WizdomDropz all Z's, gmail.com. Message me. I'll hook you up with the dates. Yeah, that'll be fun. We meet over Zoom, by the way. So it's like really fun. Yeah. So we get to have like a conversation, you know? Okay, so astrology school starting Sunday. I'm moving on to Pisces because I talked about Capricorn. This is in the 7th house. I talked about Aquarius being in the 6th house. Moving on to Pisces. This is in the 5th house. Pisces, if you are trying to have a baby, if you are trying to get your baby on, you're going to be very gifted to create right now. You're very fertile, especially if you're the woman. Expect, if you're a Pisces woman and you're trying to have a little baby, it's happening. It's as good as done because the energy is right. You know what I mean? The energy is 100% right for this. The fifth house is one's creations, one's passion projects, one's children. It could also just be a passion project you start, like a very intense, like creative hobby that you put a lot of your creative life force and love energy into and nurturing, like Wizdom Dropz is for me, right? That for you, if you're a Pisces. Moving on, this new cleansing, beautiful, healing beginning for Aries is in the fourth house. Aries and all cardinal signs, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. Look at the video I just posted yesterday. I literally did a horoscope just for you with a larger thing on this, okay? But y'all, Aries people, this is in the fourth house of home and private life and your own subconscious and your own self and your own inner truth of who you actually are at the end of the day, okay? And also, the other thing is you have, with the fourth house, this is about your roots and where you come from. So you're probably getting a lot of confirmation about where you came from and the significance of why you came from, where you came from. You know what I mean? Because this is all about the energy at the end of the day of where you come from and where you're going in this lifetime. When you have it in the fourth house, it's like the bottom of the slingshot that is your chart. It's the bottom of the slingshot that is your propellant forward into your outer image. So it's the core of yourself, Aries, that is getting a cleanse. It is the core of your identity that is getting a cleanse. Almost as if this was on the ascendant, you know what I mean? Or if you had a Pluto on the ascendant kind of effect, or a Saturn on the ascendant kind of effect for that matter, because those are both omens of death from like a deep internal place. But in the Aries right now, this is not so much a death as it is a cleanse, and a new thing is born. It's almost as if a mermaid is coming up out of your inner soul to have a little like dance with you, you know, from your inner core self. Follow your bliss, Aries. Follow what feels right, Aries, at a very deep core level. That's my Aries vibe. And I got this message like so clear for y'all. That's like what you need to do. So definitely do that. Follow what feels really right, because Cancer is the feeling sign, you know, one of them. And yeah, just it's in the fourth house of self for all the reasons I said. Angel Energy 22. Yay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I love your energy in Cancer, Sun, Virgo, Rising. So you're a Cancer, Sun, Virgo, Rising, and Libra, Moon. Aw, thank you. I love your energy too. You feel really like high vibe and just like starry, like celestial. So word. And you're a Cancer. Yeah, you said that. Sun, Virgo, Rising. Let me tell you, Virgo rising people, Virgo rising women are so dope. Y'all are dope. And you're all like, you're on your game. You're just like, I love like y'all. I have Venus and Jupiter in Virgo. So like Mercury energy is really important for me. Those are my two like love planets, right? Or your two love planets in your chart, along with Mars, of course. So anyway, Virgo people, to me, especially Virgo rising, especially like Virgo rising women, because Venus, y'all are just so beautiful, and you have like your act really like together in some way, but it's like so grounded and humble that it's just like low-key sexy. Like it's just sexy because it just is that way. And you're earthy, and you're like, there's something like, I don't know, it's just like together about you with all that Mercury influence. And I love it. I love it. It makes me happy. It's like, oh, look at you, sister, you know, like that kind of thing. OMG, I'm Venus and Virgo too. No freaking way. That's nuts. So we both have Venus and Virgo. That's funny. And Venus and Virgo people will appreciate that aspect of Virgo energy. And you can be into your herbalism. You can be into your plants. You can be into your like, you know, your witchy materials. Everybody wants to attribute the witch to Cancer, which is true. Cancer is very witchy, and Scorpio, which is like definitely the occultist, you understand. And yeah, you can find the witch anywhere though in the astrology wheel, because the witch is the power of one owning one's power. And I'm using like way occult terms, so I might be freaking some Christians in the room out, but y'all need to understand who I serve, because you already feel it in my energy. So if you're on some fuck shit, pardon my French, because you don't understand my nomenclature, let me introduce myself. My name is Tonya. Welcome to Wizdom Dropz Astrology, and I'm on the high vibe pagan vibration. I honor the roots of this stuff. I'm not on no like, let me get my little created in the 70s witch kit. I'm on some OG witch, bitch. I digress. I love you. Oh, thank you for the compliment. You are too. You are too. Yeah. So anyway, moving on our signs. Who are we on, y'all? We were on Aries. Taurus. Taurus, this Cancer new moon. This Cancer new moon for you, Taurus, this is all about you really owning your own. What is this about for you? Your own mind. You're owning your own mind because it's in the third house, and owning your own tongue and your own words, and understanding where your mind and your words need to be given. And you're understanding based off of feelings and how your words have been received and how that's made you feel. You're basing your reactions off those feelings, Taurus, in a way that's true to you, where you're genuine and you need to be like owning your own like words in that process of cleansing. So speak your truth, Taurus. Now's the time to speak your truth. If you have strong Taurus energy, speak your truth right now, because it's time to speak your truth. It's time for you to be telling it like it is. It's time for you to be telling your emotional reality and showing people your softer side, and allowing your mind. This is important. Ding, ding, ding. Taurus ascendant, sun, and moon's in the room. You really need to be focusing on allowing your mind to speak its emotional, spiritual truth, Taurus. Heed my words, be successful. Period. 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 Allow yourself the softer side. If you're not allowing yourself the softer side, Cancer, you're missing out. Because guess what Cancer defends? Guess what Cancer is so tough for? Guess what Cancer is so known to be so like, oh my God, a Cancer for? Because they can defend. Guess what they defend? Something worth having. Something worth having. So ask yourself, your third house is something worth having. Your third house is your mind. Your third house is your tongue, your words, your communications with the world. Ask yourself, Taurus, what's worth having? And what's worth letting go of, so that you can let a truer, more cleansed, pure, loving, emotionally aligned version in, Taurus? That's the answer to your question right now. And your mind is definitely busy right now with that third house there. Your mind is busy and it's fixated on emotion. Good. Follow the emotion. It's a GPS right now. Follow the emotion. It's a GPS. And also, I want to let y'all know that if you have, moving on to Gemini, if you have this in the second house, this is about your very close self-worth, your close family, people that absolute closest to you, not even friends or homies, like your family, people you live with, people right here with you. You know what I'm saying? Second house, my right hand person, and or just like your immediate family that you like are with. And it's also your food. So you could be getting some new beginnings with family, and also food and how you eat and what you choose to put in your body, and your self-worth, because the second house is deeply connected to self-worth. So if you are a Gemini, you're having some self-worth things right now that are like really impacting your perceptions and really impacting your outlook on the world. And yourself is being transformed and changed right now at a deep level, because self-worth is self-reflection and self-knowing. So Gemini people are also getting new investment opportunities where you can gain more income, because the second house is your value, and it's also where you want to put your value in. Gemini people right now are going to get a lot of clarity on second house matters. So if you have your ascendant, sun, or moon in the sign of Gemini, you're going to get a lot more insight on what is actually valuable, what is actually worth having, gems. you're going to know that better. Are my Gemini women still in the room? Any Gemini men in the room still? But like, are my gems here still? Oh, that's cute, my gems. That's funny. Because it's true. Y'all have like funny energy, like sweet energy like that. And I'm going to get to Miss Angel energy if you're still here. Yeah, girl. I'm going to get to, if you're still in the room, I'm going to get you to your Cancer, and my Instagram feed just died. So that just happened on the IG. At least y'all, I mean, you were my main, YouTube. I think I'll always be on YouTube more than I am on IG, but I am on IG. So if you're on Instagram, follow me, because I put stuff up there you don't even know. You've been waiting. You're so cute. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I love to know like who I'm talking with. You know what I mean? So anyway, if you are Gemini, just to conclude on you, you're going to understand what is worth having right now. You're going to gain clarity on what is worth investing in right now. Where is my money valuable right now, and where does it need to go? You're gaining clarity on that because Gemini second house is what you possess, and it's what's worth having, and it's your self-esteem and your self understanding to some extent, your self-value. So you're going to be getting cleansed on where you've undervalued yourself, where you've overvalued yourself, and you're gaining a sense of peace on this. You're gaining a sense of peace around this stuff, Gemini. So let that be a guiding force for you, and let yourself have faith and recognition in what emotional guidance. I keep saying it for all the signs. I hope y'all hear me. I just feel like I keep saying it, and I hope people are hearing me. Are you hearing me? I just feel like I hope that everybody here who actually is listening for their highest and greatest good, if you can just respond in that comment box and let me know you hear me, because I want you to respond to your emotions right now. This is Spirit wants you to. That's why I want you to, because Cancer New Moon is all about your emotions and your emotional currency, your emotional GPS. So that brings us to Cancer. So Cancer people, you're going to be experiencing this the most. It's in the first house. It's in the house of self. It's in the house of everything in your own life and your own body and your own being. So it's all about a renewal and a renewal, and it's a reset. We get one reset a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you for letting me know you hear me. Because I really, yes, like you just like follow your emotion, and you're the Cancer, so of course you get it. But you really, if you want to make the most of this new moon, people, you really need to follow your emotion. Because if you don't follow your emotion, you're not going to be listening to your truth. The emotion is the truth right now. Cancer gives you truth through your stomach. When you feel something in your stomach, that's how you know it's true, y'all. When you feel something in your stomach, that's how you know it's true. That's just what it comes down to. So listen to that if you're a Cancer especially, and you're going to manifest powerful, potent new beginnings in your life. Moving on to Leo. Leo people, this is your 12th house. So you're experiencing deep spiritual downloads, and you're probably feeling like staying at home and being entirely alone and in your own space. And guess what? That's more than fine. Power to you. You should be. You should be meditating. You should be praying. You should be doing yoga. You should be cleansing. You should be doing all the things you know you need to do. Keep up with it, Leo, and be there for it. Vent and have the messy behind-the-scenes private meltdown. That's what the time is for. Emotional purging from a private place. Cancer in the 12th house. Moving on to Virgo. Angel energy. Yes, my birthday is next week. Oh, congratulations. Happy solar return. Nice energy to have in the chart too, especially if Jupiter. You could do a solar return reading with me if you want. It's the same. It's just 111 an hour. What does she say though? This is perfect time for me to write down my goals for the next couple of months. I'm ready for the world to see my light. Good for you, Angel Energy 22. I'm ready for the world to see your light too, Master Builder of Angel Energy. What is that? A solar return is your celestial birthday, girl. Boy, gender neutral people, it's about your own return of the sun. The sun was somewhere when you were born. It was at a degree, right? The sun goes a degree a day-ish. And so it takes 360 days to go around, yada, yada-ish, right? And then you have right there on your sun, when the sun meets your sun again, it's called a solar return, a birthday. You've been calling it a birthday. You know exactly what a solar return is. You've been calling it a birthday for however many years you've been alive. So That's all it is. And it doesn't necessarily fall on the actual birthday. Fun fact. A lot of times it's the day before, the day after your birthday. It's a celestial reset. And whatever the chart says about you for that year, I know it's an OMG moment. Astrology is dope. Wizdom Dropz Astrology School. We change every perception you have of astrology into something new. And it might look the same and it might look different. And a lot of times it looks very different. I don't know what just happened to my copper ball. Okay, I found it. But yeah, a lot of times it looks real different. But you know, point being, Virgo people, this is gonna be. I just pulled this card for you. I literally just pulled this card out of my deck, and I swear to God, it says, "When I shine bright, I give others permission to shine with me." And you literally said you're ready for the world to see my light. Yo. P.S. That's Gabrielle Bernstein's Miracle Now card kit and book. Highly recommend it for any celestial light worker, angel beings in the room. You know. And also, the solar return chart will tell you, by the way, before we get to Virgo, thanks for bearing with me and honoring my Mercury, y'all, because you know who I'm here for. I'm here for you, the people who resonate with that stuff. But yeah, it tells you a lot about your coming year ahead. And Virgo people, this is in your 11th house. So networks, groups of people you belong to, larger organizations, larger groups of people, larger aspirations, dreams for your life, things like that. This is what you're here for. This is what you're doing. This is what's happening. New beginnings, new people, new connections, new insights, new downloads, new resources of emotional connection, of relationship connection. Cancer, it feels right. You might feel like these people are really good nurturers or stewards in some way, because Cancer is the ultimate steward. I have the moon in the 4th house in my chart in the sign of Aries, and I'm a land manager. I love the earth. I understand myself as a designer, but I am a steward, and I understand how to grow food. I understand how to grow plants. So this is the energy of the stewardship in your 11th house. So it's your networks, and it's related to groups you know. So maybe you're networking yourself as a steward of something in these spheres. And it might not be earth, but it is, regardless of what it is, it's very emotional to you, because Cancer is emotional. So Virgo people are feeling really emotional, and it could be intuitive, because Cancer is very intuitive and psychic. And at its highest vibration, Cancer is very spiritual. Very spiritual. So, you know, this is really about you coming into your own networks, your own groups, and your own messages, your own goals, your own aspirations. All these things are 11th house keywords as they relate to Cancerian insight, wisdom, feeling, emotion, nurturing, mothering, protecting, defending, growing, fertile, stuff, word salad. Moving on, Libra. Libra, this is the 10th house. I did a whole video on it. Pay attention to my channel. I put up a video every single day. Subscribe, because I put up a video every single day if you vibe. And, you know, that's going to be all about career and legacy and what you're leaving behind and what you're doing in the world, what people know you for, how you change up your public reputation, you understand, all over, all that. And the other thing, too, to keep in mind is that the 10th house is how people see you. So you're reflecting on how you're seen right now. You're reflecting on your image. You're reflecting on how am I coming across. You're reflecting on what are people perceiving from me? What do I want to be known for? You're reflecting on those sorts of things. You could be finding some intuitive guidance. Listen to your intuitive guidance. Listen to your intuitive GPS. I need to make my own like songs, because I can't do it live on my like wannabe imaginary DJ thing, except with my mouth I can, so that's all I'm using. But like, it's literally like that. It's like you have to like make yourself a new like situation in relationship to what you're known for, your legacy, your career, your public image, based off what feels right. And Astrology School starts Sunday. I have to keep saying this because I never know where people are at with their video intake, and you know, it starts this Sunday, and I'm here for people who want to go deep into this stuff and introspect and learn themselves at these deeper levels. So yeah, I want to give you that gift. You know, if you're the kind of person who wants to give that to others and use that with wisdom and healing, medicine woman vibes, medicine man vibes, I'm here for it, to be a channel of divine healing power with you. You know. You must not know what I mean. You must not know what I mean. I don't even know where that came from. Beyonce, that's where that came from. No, but it's like moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio people, y'all are having it in this house of the ninth house. This is your occult higher knowledge, your wisdom, your guidance, your support, your wisdom, your knowledge, your insight. You know, this is the occult house of like your faith, your belief, your connection to source and spirit, your love, your of a higher divine spiritual nature. The ninth house is the preacher, the teacher, the knowledge keeper, the wisdom being, the wisdom keeper. It's my ninth house signature in my chart is why Wizdom Dropz is called Wizdom Dropz. That and my soul sister Shinetsi, who's an amazing artist and does amazing work. You should check her out on Spotify and SoundCloud. She just released a badass music Jungle City. I need to check the name again. This is so dope. Listen to that. And if you're gonna dance, it's like all deep and ominous. You're like, what's happening? And then it just, there's one point where it switches and you're like, oh shit. And it's like, everybody get up. Like, you can't help it. It's just like, go listen to her shit. Trinetzi music. This woman is a goddess, honestly. And she's a songstress. But moving on, I got all up in the ninth house. The ninth house is about wisdom. You understand how we got there? I know how we got there. I got to follow it back. You know what I mean? Where was that from? Wisdom. We were on wisdom. Ninth house. Scorpio people, y'all are going through this wisdom transformation. Y'all are going through this higher knowledge transformation. Y'all are going through this like liberation of a spiritual variety. And you might be feeling like called and energy and find yourself a new spiritual teacher. You might find yourself a new spiritual teacher. You might find yourself a new spiritual, like almost a guru kind of vibe. You might find yourself a new, like somebody you feel like helps you access these higher truths within yourself. It is an aligned time. I don't even care, regardless of where you go study. I'm only attracting the best people to my work for their good and my good and the highest and greatest good of all. That's what I'm about. But like, regardless of where you study, if you're a Scorpio and you have like, if you're going to astrology school or something, anywhere you go, you're going to be feeling very potent. It's a great time for you to do that. And it's a great time for you to have like powerful, psychic, intuitive, transformative experiences when it comes to higher knowledge and spiritual wisdom and insights. And then that brings us along to, go and get it somewhere. Foster within yourself somewhere. And also your own inner like dreams, that come true though. Like 11th house is dreams come true, but 9th house is your own inner higher joy. So it's a spiritual truth, it's a spiritual joy. And, you know, moving on to Sagittarius people, you're going to be feeling this in your 8th house. Your 8th house is all about the hidden occult, the taboo, and the darker mystery teachings. And the 9th house has an affinity there as well. But Sag, you'll be feeling this very strongly with that, and with death work, and with cycle work, with trauma work, with healing work, with subconscious psychological work, with the work of the mind at a deeper level, with the work of the hidden, with the work of what is behind the scenes, Sagittarius. Because you got to understand, Sagittarius people are all about the creative plot line of wisdom. And that just came to me because it's true. Think about it. Gemini is your 7th house, creative plot line of wisdom, the 9th house. And this full moon, that's what you're about, the creative plot line of wisdom. Because your 7th house is how you view the world and how you partner with people. And this new moon is happening in the 8th house of death and rebirth and occult wisdom and spirituality. So, you know, we're going on some deep little rabbit holes today, y'all. Moving on. You're healing, though. That's the theme, Sag. You can heal, and you can heal deeply. Capricorn people, that leads us back to the full cycle. We did the whole zodiac. Yo, like this video if it brought you any value. Thank you to everybody who already has. Last but not least, Astrology School is starting this Sunday. I'm in it for the Jedis. I'm in it for the spiritual teachers in training. I'm in it for the real ones. I'm in it for the introspectors, the healers, the people who want to heal themselves and heal those in their lives and live richer lives and see the world differently through the lens of astrology and navigate this crazy, beautiful world that we have incarnated into and beyond. And with that said, through next time, until next time, thank you, and may the stars always be with you. Peace. Heal thyself.